Hello, I'm Dustin, this is Mike, and welcome to Fantasy Smack Talk. We're going to go ahead and wrap up our receiver tiers for your 09 Fantasy Football Draft and go through tiers 6 through 8. Top of tier 6, we got Lavernius Coles. He's going to take over for TJ Houshmandzadeh out in Cincinnati. Look for him to have a lot of catches this year. Then we got Santana Moss. Last year he had 3 games with over 140 yards, but he also had 5 games with less than 30. Look for him to be inconsistent this year as well. Then we got Donnie Avery, number 1 receiver out with the Rams. They struggled last year on offense, but if they can get their offense going, he could be a big part of that. Then we got Donald Driver out with Green Bay, 5 straight years where he's had over 1,000 yards. He's not going to put up giant numbers, but he's going to be a consistent receiver. Then down at 31, we got Bernard Berrian. He averaged over 20 yards per catch last year. Look for him to have a lot of big play potential this year as well, with defenses honing in on Adrian Peterson.
Starting off tier 7 in the number 32 slot, we have Santonio Holmes. A lot of mock drafts have him going a lot earlier, but he's never had a 1,000-yard season and didn't even have 1 game over 100 yards last year. Next, we have Lance Moore. He's the number 2 option behind Colston in a high-powered offense, so he should put up decent numbers. In number 34 slot, we have Steve Breston. He's the only number 3 receiver we have on this list and certainly has a huge upside if Bolden or Fitzgerald were to miss any time. Next, we have Derek Mason. Believe it or not, he has not missed a game since 2002, and he is clearly Flacco's go-to guy. 36, we have Torrey Holt. A fresh start in Jacksonville after a horrible 08 season. He could put up great numbers as Garrard's top receiver. Next, we have Kevin Walter. Believe it or not, Houston was 4th in the league in passing last year. Johnson will see a lot of double coverage, so it really could open up Walter. And last but not least, we have Ted Ginn Jr. He could be such a bigger deep threat if Pennington just had a better arm. But keep in mind, he also adds an extra boost with return yards, so check your league settings before draft day.
Going down into tier 8, we got Devin Hester. We think he's going to benefit the most for Cutler coming over, because Cutler's going to be able to throw that deep pass. At number 40, we got Muhammad. He did have over 900 receiving yards last year. We don't think he's going to eclipse that number, so maybe look for him late in your draft. 41, we got Crabtree. We think he's the best out of the rookie class this year for receivers, but you got to be careful how much value you give rookie receivers. If he slips in your draft, maybe you take a look at him. Then at 42, we got Chris Chambers. With Vincent Jackson and Gates out in San Diego, he's the number 3 option, but they do have a pretty good offense, so look for him to get a little more involved this year than last year. Moving down, we got Kevin Curtis. He's only 1 year removed from 1,100 yards. If he can stay completely healthy this year, he could have a bounce-back year. Then we got Isaac Bruce at 44. He's 1 year older, but he did have 7 touchdowns last year, and he could be a decent part of the 49er offense. Then we got 2 New York Giants receivers that are going to be picking up the slack for Plaxico being gone. We got Steve Smith and Hickson. We think Steve Smith's going to be more the possession receiver with more reception, but Hickson is going to be that big play potential player. One of these guys is going to break out and have a good season. Then we got 2 guys in Marvin Harrison and Plaxico Burress. They haven't signed with any teams yet. There's just way too many question marks to really put them in a ranking at this point. But keep a very close eye on these 2 situations because they could have great fantasy impact this year. Well, that wraps up all of our tiers for the receivers. Definitely check out all of our other running back and quarterback and tight end shows. And there's also going to be a lot of other information on your pre-draft football stuff on FantasySmackTalk.com. And feel free to join our forum discussions. I'm Dustin. This is Mike. We'll see you next time.